I hope you've seen the movie Field of Dreams, because knowing the plot of that movie is going to be very helpful for this jumpstart. So if you haven't seen it, let's just pause for just a second and let you go watch it. Wasn't that a good movie? Aren't you glad you've seen it now? Because the movie makes a really, really good point. If you remember the plot from just watching it, you remember that Kevin Costner goes through and plows under this huge field of corn so he can put up a baseball field for ghosts to play in. It's kind of weird. And there's one guy, Timothy Busfield plays that character, who's the skeptic, who can't see the ghosts, who can't see the baseball players, and so he thinks it's stupid to tear down corn to play baseball. Until, toward the end of the movie, something drastic happens, and suddenly he sees the players. And as soon as he gets to where he can actually see the players, he starts running around like an idiot saying, "Don't tear down the baseball field, don't tear down the baseball field." Because when something radical happened, it changed his perspective. And that's what's supposed to happen when we become Christians. In John chapter 14, verse 17, Jesus is talking about his Spirit, about God's Holy Spirit, who comes into us when we accept Jesus. It says, "The world cannot accept him because it neither sees him nor knows him, but you know him, for he lives with you and will be in you." So our perspective changes on a lot of issues once God's Spirit moves in. But here's some advice. We have a bad habit of wanting to change how people view issues before they become Christians, even though the reason we have the view we have of those issues is because God's Spirit is working through his Word in us. So when you run into somebody who views issues that you consider important differently than you do, quit trying to convert them on the issues and start trying to win them to Christ. Because they won't agree with you on the issues till they have the Spirit living in them. Until then, they're just looking at a cornfield that got mowed down to put up an empty ball field. And that's today's Jumpstart.